everyone. I just did another video about food prep and I wanted to share with you specifically about how I prep my salads. I want you to have like a view of everything that I put into my mason jar salads, and I learned that you can't turn the camera around once it's going and recording. So I'm recording backwards and then I can show you the view of what I'm doing. So I'm going to take you into the kitchen and tour of my messy house. But so this is what I've done to prep everything. I'm now at the easy point of where I need to be. So what I like in my jar salads, mostly based off of the 21-day reset plan I did early in 2017, I use tomatoes, jicama. For those of you who haven't heard of jicama, it's at the grocery store and it looks like this. I had been buying it at Whole Foods, but I actually found it at ShopRite today because I asked. It was close to the yucca and plantains and kind of like the root Latino vegetables. But it looks, once it's peeled and chopped, it looks like that. It's got like a juicy, almost apple-y taste to it. I really like it. It adds an extra crunch to my salads and it tastes really good. I use cucumbers. Today I use baby carrots. Sometimes I'll shred big carrots. I use a variety of sweet peppers, and I have this nice big spring mix. Aside from the jicama, everything else comes from Aldi, and it's very inexpensive. I wish I knew the price of the peppers, but the colored peppers at any other grocery store usually really expensive. And these ones are such a good price. It comes in a little sleeve with these three colors. The green ones I bought separately. And then the other step that I take, because I use mason jars for a lot of things, I can tomatoes over the summer, I do sauces, I can my soups. So I actually reuse these glass jars. Some of them actually date back from when my grandparents lived in my house, or their house that I took over. So I sanitize them. I'll boil them in, hold on, let me show you. I have this really big pot. I don't use it for actually cooking, but I'll fill it with water. And I'll put all the jars inside filled with water as well, and I'll boil them for probably about a half an hour. So now they're pretty much dried and cooled, and then I'll fill them with salads. I don't complete the process of canning once I fill them. Because there's no reason that the salads need to be canned, but I do find as long as they're sanitized and sealed, they last a whole lot longer. I usually make 5 to 7 jars at a time, and they'll last me for one salad a day for a full week. So I'm gonna make one on camera so you can kind of see how they turn out, and they're really easy. Actually, I might make them all. I just don't know how to hold the camera. So bear with me. I just put a little bit of tomatoes in each one at the bottom. The video is meant to help you kind of see the process and also the order. Some people, when they do mason jar salads, they actually add dressing. From everything I've read, you have to add the dressing first and then not shake it up until you're ready to eat the salad, because then it stays at the bottom. I also try to even out my veggies, which is why I kind of have to do them all at once. So as you can see, there's a little bit of tomatoes at the bottom of each jar. The next 3 really can go in any order. I'll start with cukes. I have clean hands, I promise, but this is all for me anyways. I just take a handful and I put it in each one, and you just start layering in the veggies that are all pre-chopped. It probably took me about 20 minutes to chop all the veggies that I needed today. I kind of did it in interspersed with everything else I was cooking. And I have a previous video I just took, but I did a ton of food prep today in under 2 hours, and I have pretty much everything my family will need to eat for the week made in the fridge just to be reheated or kind of cooked up just a little before we eat it. So now I'm onto the carrots. So sometimes, I think I said this, I use big carrots and I'll shred them just in a cheese grater. Today I happen to have older baby carrots, which are good in salads. I I overbuy them because my daughter likes them. So that is the baby carrots distributed. I don't measure. With vegetables, I know they're all really healthy, pure ingredients. For a long time on the 21 Day Fix, I was measuring everything in my green container. For anyone doing the 21 Day Fix, I would count this as at least 2 green containers per jar, probably 1 green container of lettuce, and then at least 1 of all the other things. But in salads, the things you really do have to account for are the toppings. And I'll leave that up to you. I make awesome salads every day using this as a base, and then sometimes I'll cut up grilled chicken. I'll use a lot of pumpkin seeds, pepitas. I make my own dressings. I posted about that the other day. If you want to look up that post, there is all the recipes are posted for the dressings I like to make lately. I'm trying to think of what else I like on salads. I really like Kalamata olives for like a Greek salad feel. I love cheese. I try to be conservative of my cheese use. Goat cheese goes a long way. Fresh shredded Parmesan goes a long way. I don't always include cheese because I don't like it to be a given thing that I expect on salads. But as you can see, I added the jicama as the next level. So far I have tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and jicama. The layers kind of blend. It doesn't really matter. I personally don't eat them out of the jar. I just like to pour it all on a plate, and the fun ingredients that I'm putting at the bottom kind of end up at the top, and then I put the lettuce at the very top of the jar, and that all ends up on the bottom. So I like the presentation of how it goes on the plate. I've also read there's some strategy to it so that the juicier ingredients go on the bottom so that they don't affect the lettuce and make it slimy. Whatever I've been doing has been working because my salads, I haven't had any salads go bad, knock on wood. Trying to get a variety of the colors of the peppers so that they're pretty. And then the next layer is just really the lettuce. Sometimes if I have sprouts, I'll add those in. I haven't been able to find those at ShopRite lately, so I've been skipping that layer. But that's another good thing you can add last minute as just a topping. But again, as I was saying with the measuring the portions, I don't worry too much about my veggie portions just because I've been doing this for a long time and I know it's good to get a lot of raw, fresh veggies in. But I am careful with what I put on top of the salad because I love to decorate my salad and make it exciting. But I do measure my pumpkin seeds. Actually, I have them here. These ones happen to be with sea salt. Those aren't the best. I can't find the unsalted ones at ShopRite, and that's where I happen to go today. But I know at Whole Foods they do have them, and you can just scoop them in however many you want. So this is kind of messy. I'll do the cleanup after for purposes of the video. But I just shove whatever left of the space I have of the spring mix. You can use any kind of leafy greens. I would recommend staying away from iceberg because there's not a lot of nutritional value in it. And then romaine gets kind of boring if you just do that. This mix I like. It's spring mix of baby lettuce, organic baby greens, and I can't even pronounce that last one. I like arugula. I like spinach. Wow, that was a messy one. I like a lot of different kinds of greens, and when you mix it with all this other good stuff, it's really delicious no matter what you use. So bear with me because I'm doing this one-handed while I do the video. And like I said, it does get a little messy, but the cleanup at the end isn't too bad. And it's worth it to have. This is literally going to be my lunch for the next week. Today's Tuesday, so I'm going to have 7 salads until next Tuesday, which works out nicely because Tuesday's the day I have off from my therapy job, so I actually get a lot done while my daughter's in preschool. Alright, so they're all pretty jammed full, and we'll have some leftover for wraps and sandwiches this week. Alright, so then the last step really is just finding the caps. So for these mason jars, for those of you who aren't familiar, I also boil the caps. They're reused. If you're actually making sauces, I wouldn't reuse the caps. I buy new ones, or at least the little circles. But when I'm reusing them for things I'm not actually sealing, they're fine. So I'm going to put this on top, and then I'll store it in my fridge. So there you have 7 messy right now, but lunches for my next week, and that's my base, and then you get to choose what you put on top to make it interesting. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye.